I'd been working since I was 16, never asked anyone for money, and even paid for my own education. I was finally holding the keys to my very first home. A moment that should have been pure triumph, the culmination of 13 years of relentless work. But instead of celebration, what I found waiting for me was a gut-wrenching betrayal. My own parents were suing me, demanding 70% of my house, claiming I'd stolen my sister's future. I grew up in a seemingly normal suburban home in Minneapolis. Just my dad John, my mom Karen, and my sister Emma, who was 8 years younger than me. But behind that perfectly manicured lawn, our house was a battlefield of hushed whispers and explosive arguments about money. Bills constantly piled up, and every time I walked into a room, the conversation about finances would abruptly stop. Looking back, it wasn't a lack of income, it was a total lack of financial sense. But what really cut deep, even as a child, was the stark, undeniable difference in how my parents treated Emma and me. Emma was the golden child, the special one with natural talent, destined for greatness. Me? I was just Amanda. The unspoken message was loud and clear. I was ordinary, average, not worth investing in. By 14, I'd absorbed that message. I became the practical and responsible one. I started doing chores for our elderly neighbor, Mrs. Peterson, earning $10 an hour. That first taste of earning my own money, buying my own school supplies, it was liberating. And my parents, they never asked where the money came from. They just seemed relieved they didn't have to provide. The moment I turned 16, I snagged my first real job at Sweet Dreams Bakery. I'd finish school, then practically sprint 6 blocks to work until closing, sometimes as late as 7:30 p.m., before heading home to face my homework. The owner, Diane, became this incredible mentor, teaching me everything from baking to budgeting. I was so excited for my first paycheck. I dreamt of opening a savings account of college of freedom. But that dream shattered instantly. My father sat me down at the kitchen table, a calculator pushed ominously toward me. Now that you're earning money, he said flatly, you need to contribute. 30% of your earnings goes to us for rent, food, utilities. I stared at him, my 16-year-old brain reeling. But Dad, I'm supposed to be saving for college. My mother, leaning in the doorway, just laughed. Amanda, be realistic. With your grades, you're better off learning a trade. Besides, Emma needs a college fund. She has a real future ahead of her. That 30% rule became my crushing reality throughout high school. I never missed a payment. Meanwhile, Emma's world was filled with piano lessons, ballet classes, and a newly redecorated room. My room? Still the same twin bed from childhood. My routine was relentless. School, work, homework until midnight, double shifts on weekends, summers spent working full-time instead of enjoying teenage freedom. And if I dared buy myself a new shirt, my mother would sneer. Another new shirt, Amanda? You should be more responsible with your money. This from the woman who just dropped $300 on a special ballet costume for Emma. My junior year, I secretly took on a second job at the local library, telling my parents it was for extra spending money. In truth, it was for my actual college fund. It paid less, but those quiet hours let me study, and my grades soared. Mrs. Peterson, who'd truly become a grandmother to me, noticed my exhaustion. Amanda dear, she said, pouring me hot chocolate, you're working yourself to the bone. Full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.